100 and 200 felt like the attitude was we need that sprinkling of star power. I mean, Brock featured on both of those 100 and 200s. John Jones was supposed to feature on 200. So it was one of those where you're trying to appeal to a certain audience. Whereas 300, even though I know it's come under a lot of criticism from fight fans where they've gone, where's the star? Where's the star power? I actually think the card's the star power. Because you look at the amount of fights that are on there, a ridiculous amount of contenders, guys that and girls that are ranked in all weight divisions in the top 10. Champions, former champions. It's stacked from top to bottom. And I actually think, as you've just mentioned there, as a card, it might be the best card that the UFC have ever put together.
I mean, I'm just looking at the card now, and it is an astronomical card. It really is. I mean, if we're going to start picking out a few of these fights, let's just start with the BMF, Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway. I mean, that alone, after just looking at that fight, my lips are salivating at the fact that them two men are going to fight for a BMF belt. I mean, that fight alone could headline any card ever and the whole world would tune in. You're talking about damage and excitement. Two very violent gentlemen who I'm very excited to see that one, Adam.
Where are you at with Max stepping up to 155? You're a 145er. Max has made his career at 145. He's been the king at 145. I know he's fallen short recently, but he's going up to take on Justin Gaethje, who's one of the main players at 155. How do you feel about that weight jump for a fight of this magnitude?
Well, it didn't go down very well last time he tried to do the jump, did it, Adam? I mean, it played against him, against Poirier. I just think it's, we're not in boxing. It's not jumping up weights. It's not jumping up £1, Adam. It's jumping up £15. It's like these guys are built different, designed different. They've got bigger frames. I've tried it myself and come up short jumping up weights. It's not easy. But there's a big but. If anyone could do it, it is Max Holloway. I am such a fan of that guy. I love his style. And that fight there, again, I wouldn't want to be a betting man.
When you look at the last time he did it, he had a go with Dustin Poirier. Poirier won that fight.
Yeah.
But Max was in it. Max took moments in that particular fight, even as a smaller guy stepping in last minute to be able to do it. Now he's had a little bit more time maybe to fill out. I don't know whether he's done that or he's just had more time to prepare himself mentally for what's to come. The task of taking on Justin Gaethje, though, is very, very difficult because of where Gaethje's at. And when I look back to what Gaethje did with Rafael Fiziev in London last year, I'm looking at an extremely talented mixed martial artist that just seems to be hitting his peak right at this moment. I think this, like you've highlighted it as quite possibly the fight of the night. I think every single fan's thirsty for it to be fight of the night. From a Justin Gaethje point of view, Max Holloway, he lost his first fight in the UFC via armbar. He's gone 27 without being finished. Okay, there's losses on there, but 27 without being finished. If Justin Gaethje gets a finish against Max Holloway, that's a big statement. And do you think that propels him forward towards Islam Makhachev and a shot at the 155-pound title?
By the way, just touching on one of your previous points there, Rafael Fiziev is one of my main training partners and has been for about 5 years. And I'm telling you now, I was 100% certain that he was going to win against Justin Gaethje. I thought, there's no way, striking's too clean. Mate, I thought there is some levels in the UFC because this Rafael Fiziev is the best person I've ever been in the ring with. And that is a big, big statement, but it's the truth. And the way Justin Gaethje walked through his kicks and punches absolutely blew my mind. So, that's a big, thick 155er, young, talented, over 150 kickboxing matches, punching and kicking you in the face at the highest level. Max Holloway has got to come up a weight, but I have met Max in person, so have you probably, and he's massive. He's not a small guy. He's got the range, he's got the body for it, he's definitely got the Hawaiian heart for it. So that's what really excites me about this fight. And do you put him in for a title after? If there's anyone that deserves anything out of this sport, it's them two gentlemen in that fight. So I definitely put the winner into a title shot for sure.
We mentioned Gaethje and Holloway, and obviously they'll class it as a title fight, the BMF title. This obviously got inaugurated when Jorge Masvidal took on Nate Diaz. at Madison Square Garden. And it was fun. It was a little bit of a laugh. The Rock plastered the belt on Jorge Masvidal that night, but since then we've had a couple where Justin Gaethje obviously beat Dustin Poirier to become the second BMF, and now we've got this BMF title on the line. Where do you stand on BMF? Is it just a little bit of fun, or you think to yourself, we don't need it, we know how good the blooming fight is?
I mean, it's open to interpretation, and everyone's got their own opinion on it. I don't know what to say because it's hard for me. I'm a proper fighter. I'm a fighter through and through, and that's just a made-up belt that The Rock give out from WWE. That I mean, like, where does it stand, Judge? Do you get title money? Is it classed as a belt? Is there a weight class for it? Like, where do we go with it? Like, don't get me wrong, it's fun, and the Poiriers and the Holloways and the Gaethjes, they are BMFs. Yeah, like, let's not get it twisted. Yeah, these are BMFs. So if there's anyone that's in contention for them three letters, it's the men in question. But where do we go with it, Adam? Tell me, please.
Yeah, for me, it's just a bit of fun, mate. It's a little bit of a trinket. It's a little bit of something to be able to sell maybe to that casual audience that we're all trying to attract and bring towards our sport. And as you've rightfully said, you can't have the BMF title and then two nice lads that don't, get stuck into it. You know full well that when you are referring to BMF, guys that are going to go that extra level, that extra mile, really put it all on the line. It doesn't get much better than Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway. So as a title, if I'm honest, I'm overly not fussed by it.
Same.
But I get it to be able to bring in that casual audience. I know full well that fight's going to deliver. So I'm okay with it being monikered as a bad MFer. All right?
Well, let's agree on that one. And that fight definitely can never, ever fail. I know that for a fact, and I can't wait to see it.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.